Hey everybody, welcome back to the 401 Club Pod. This is our new rebranded, used to be the 401 Jake Show. There's so many more great people that we want to highlight and talk about. It's not all about 401 Jake, it's about you. It's about you, the advisor, the wholesaler, the auditor, the TPA, whatever your role is, you touch a 401k somehow, and I want to bring you valuable information. So there's a lot of good things coming to the club, including the podcast is being redone and going to bring you a lot more fire quicker because you're on the go, you're busy. So today's guest, we had Justin Tarantin. Now, Justin is the new president of Venrollment, which is spreading around like crazy. Advisors are jumping on board quick because, let's face it, you are low on time. And we're going to talk about that today. Let's jump into the show. Thank you to Justin for being part of it. Let's go. All right, everybody, welcome to our 401 Club sesh. I'm excited about this one because this is a hot topic right now. Helping employees with their enrollment has been something I've struggled with as an advisor. I've done personal landing pages and put together custom-made videos for all the different record keepers, and upkeep was a nightmare, right? And I still think there's some value and some things that can be done there, but there is a new company that has come out. I was introduced to it by another record keeper. Now I'm hearing from other advisors, and we have the president of Venrollment today, Justin Tarantin. Did I say it right?
You did. It's perfect, Jake.
Justin is the man. I've been getting to know Justin better because we've had such high demand. A lot of people asking. So I've seen some demos, and I just wanted Justin to give a quick background of how he ended up in this position, what Venrollment is, and kind of we'll go from there. Justin, welcome to the club.
Jake, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. That was a very good intro. So I'll give you just 30-second background on me, and then we'll dig into Venrollment a little bit, and I'll walk everyone through the platform. So as Jake said, I'm president CRO of Venrollment. I'm actually not from the industry. I have a tech background and more of a traditional capital markets background. Came over to Venrollment about 3 months ago. So still, get my feet wet, but I've dove in instead of dipping a toe, I would say.
So how did that happen? Like you're not from the 401k industry, right?
Nope.
So, and obviously there's a lot more to this product than like what an 401k advisor does. It's not really, I don't know. There's a lot of details that go in with it. How did that all come together?
Yeah, sure. It's a good question. So, as I mentioned before, I worked for a tech company up in New York. It was a data company. We sold data into hedge funds, and I was employee 20 there, and we ended up growing up to being over 100 employees, and the business grew pretty quickly and fairly well. So my thing was I wanted to leave to go somewhere small, but I was looking for a couple things. The first is I was looking for a product that when I looked at it, it was simple for me to understand, and it had a clear-cut solution. I'm a product agnostic kind of guy. I look for product market fits, solutions that are clear, concise, and things that kind of get me excited. And talked to a lot of different companies. I got introduced to the founder of Venrollment. I looked at it, I heard him pitch it to me, and I just said, this is phenomenal. So
did you say that because your personal experiences with 401k plans and like some of the things you saw missing in the marketplace, or other reasons?
Yeah. I mean, the way that I looked at it was, I've had some friends that are in the industry, and it was easy for me to be able to. I saw Venrollment once, talked to some people about it, and then just kind of. I looked at it and I said, "There's a lot of information that's being pumped around the industry. There's also a clear need for more education from a participant perspective. I know the industry always moves a little slower. Technology is still kind of, up and coming.
We're way behind. Yeah.
In the industry. Yeah. So I looked at this and I said, this does a multitude of things. It allows the participant to, it's basically giving all the participant information right up front, right in one centralized hub. So the information loss, things kind of getting, just going down a black hole, not there. Very scalable, hit a lot of participants, don't have to do anything in person. So it was, I looked at all of those things and I just said, I can see what the solution is here. And it got me pretty pumped.
Well, and here's the bigger picture that I think catches my attention with this product is we've constantly, well, a lot of advisors have constantly been just asking for more from record keepers, right?
Mhm.
And we've seen a shift in some of them to try and get a closer relationship with the client than maybe the advisor does. And I struggle to figure that out, right? Because I believe the closest the client will win, right? The end customer, the closer you are, the more brand you have, and brand will be the ultimate driver of success in the long run, because we're heading to a lot more technology in our space. And I see a huge future with, with voice, with VR, AI, all that stuff. And so if brand is not there, you're not going to know who you're talking to, right? And so these kind of solutions, so these kind of videos, these kind of how to enroll, how to pick, do this in your plan, they exist on a record keeper level. But what's unique about Venrollment is now it's branded and puts the client back in touch with the advisor team.
That's right. So not only does it touch the end participant at scale, gives them all the education, all the communication you want to be able to deliver to each one of those participants as an advisor.
Yeah.
But it also acts as a marketing platform, as you just mentioned. So you're getting the engagement piece, plus you're getting the marketing platform. As you'll see when I show you the demo, it's going to have your information on there. It's going to be personal and corporate branding. Huge value prop. So you're going to have your name on there. You're going to have your firm name on there, along with all the information that participant needs in order to really get involved and feel like they're a part of the plan.
Right. And the part I love, because everyone knows I love video, is there's a section you can add an advisor message, so you can still have your name, your face, your voice there for participants to be aware of. And this can scale to huge companies, enterprise level companies with thousands of employees. That's the beauty of technology, is we don't have to just sit one-on-one. I mean, you can't do that with thousands of employees, but with something like this, you can, which is what was always why I was going down that path of landing pages for employees.
Yeah. So it works beautifully for those 1,000-person companies with multiple locations across the United States. You can't be there. Platform allows to hit all of them. But on the flip side of that, it also works with the smaller plans as well. Those plans you just can't give a lot of attention to. The economics sometimes don't make sense to really get in front of them that much. This also allows you to do that as well.
Right.
So large and small.
Yeah. Well, do you want to dive in? I'm going to try and narrate what you're doing for those that are listening, because I'm going to throw this on the podcast, but also on the YouTube. If you are listening, go check out the YouTube because you can see it, or reach out to Justin. You can just do a quick demo. But yeah, walk us through, because that's a big part of it is time. I'm looking at this as something that will save me time to provide higher value.
Yep.
And I'm always in the business of buying my time. If I can get it back to do other things, then that's something I definitely catches my attention. And I think a lot of advisors need to think more like that instead of giving away their time on projects they shouldn't. So
spot on. All right. So let me open up the viewer page. Can you see my screen, Jake?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, great.
You're good.
So this is the front end of the Venrollment platform. So this is the viewer page. This is what every one of your participants at your plans will see. As we mentioned, first piece is corporate, or personal and corporate branding. You're going to have your firm's logo up here, gives you the ability to do it there. Your name here. You'll see that it's spread out across the platform. Up here in the left, over here in the right, also down here in the bottom.
So Venrollment is not anywhere on the page.
Venrollment,
from what I can see.
Nope, Venrollment is not anywhere on the page. We want this to be branded to you and your firm.
So the only place I can see it though would be the URL. So is there plans to how can that be? Is it just always gonna be venrollment.com/your client?
That's how we have it right now. That we've gotten feedback on potentially making that just the client name in the URL. It's something that we can, that we'll probably look into.
Yeah, you could do like a redirect or something, but 100%. Obviously, you wouldn't need to worry about SEO or any of that kind of stuff, because this is something that's going to get sent out to all the employees.
Yep, that's correct. So for now, Venrollment in there, but you do have the corporate name in there, so it feels personalized from a plan perspective.
Okay. So first thing you see is a big video that's highlighted.
Yeah.
Which, can that be the advisor one, or is that? what customization can be done on that? Is that just the main video?
This is the main video. This is our explainer video. So think about it as taking your plan specs, plugging it into the system, and this video is spitting out those plan specs for the participant. So I'll play it, turn the music off, and I'll talk it through. Fully customized with the corporate logo. And then you also have the ability to pick all these colors. So we want to make sure that you can make the line it up with what the corporate colors look like as well on the plan side.
Right.
Everything in here is fully tied to the specs, as I mentioned. So you'll see here 1 second.
So it's not having a voiceover that says, here's the details of your plan, or does it actually say, like, this is a 90-day wait, 3-month entry?
It actually, it lines, it'll say here are the details to your plan. It's not going to exactly read that off.
Okay.
But it'll be general enough for that will incorporate at the bottom of the screen very easily. It doesn't sound weird in any way.
Right.
It's a nice.
And right below it, there's you can put the client's logo, their name.
Yep.
And the feature that stands out to me right there is that you can pick Spanish.
Yes.
So everything can be just one click. It can go to Spanish.
That's it. Click
That's
it right there.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've needed that.
Yeah, and on top of that, Jake, I think we just discussed this. There's a lot of appetite for just different, to be able to use different language on the platform. So next few weeks we'll have closed captioning in there for 14 different languages as well. So everything from Arabic to Portuguese to Czech and other languages that you may never use, but they'll be in there as well.
Are you using a third party to help you with that? How does that happen?
Yeah, so on the Spanish side here for the videos now, we use VO Person to do all of our Spanish work, and then we get a Q8 after that. On the closed captioning, there's a third-party company that does that for us.
Nice. And then right below that, you've got 4 boxes.
Yep.
So those of you that haven't seen this, there's which switching back to English, it's got the first box is you as the advisor, and you've got your contact there and your logo and all that. Then it's got the record keeper. Then it has your company contact.
Yep.
And then all the plan documents. So enrollment kit, the plan description, or summary, the SPD, and then maybe even something else you want to add. So it's very clear the main point of contacts you need and kind of what those are providing right front and center.
Right front and center. Yep. So basically plan specs here, all the other ancillary information that you need right below it, as you mentioned.
Yeah. It's
record keeper agnostic. So we have basically a drop down in there with every major record keeper out there. There's also a custom drop down if there's one that we don't have, but completely record keeper agnostic. So you can put anyone in here, and this stuff is all very easily inputted into the system. Plan docs and links, as you mentioned, all very easily, PDF uploads and any URL that you want to put in there.
Nice. Okay, so then on the right-hand side, what do we got? We got a message from the advisor, and then what?
Yep. So advisor message on the right-hand side, as you mentioned, Jake, another area to really brand yourself. So it's an area to brand yourself, because what you're doing is for all those locations that you're not able to get you're not able to get there live. You're getting your name, you're getting your face, you're getting your brand again down here, banner, brand, firm, all in there. People are using these just for general intros, so you can say, hey, I'm Jake, right? I'm your advisor. Let me know if you have any questions. Or they're using them for just, general, so quarterly touch points. Market volatility, real big one. A lot of advisors threw a little market volatility piece up here, sent it out to all the participants at the plan sponsors loved it. So really good way to brand, really good way to stay in front of all the participants. Down here below that, you have meetings. So think about this as a cache or repository for any meeting that you're doing for the plan. So education session that you do for all participants, you do it over Zoom, you're doing it, you look, maybe you only get a 50% attendance rate. You take the meeting, you upload it on the system, you push this meeting out to the plan sponsor pushes it out to the rest of the firm, or rest of the company, basically says, hey, weren't able to attend today, go into your Venrollment platform, look at the meeting's up there, good for refreshers, good for people that miss it.
Nice. That is
all of this. There's no size limit on any of this. You can have as many messages as you want. You can have as many meetings as you want.
Awesome. I love it. That's helpful. And then below, what do we got? Education.
Yep. So below 9 education videos on 9 topics that, based on the feedback that we received from the client base, that a lot of participants had questions on, and a lot of participants wanted to see videos on. So we created nine videos. They run from about 1 minute, anywhere from 1 minute to 3 minutes, and just rollover is a big one. Difference between Roth or traditional is another big one.
So just like the top questions.
Top questions
that you usually asked.
100%. Yep. And then you can include all these. You can include none of them, or you can include some of them. Some of your plans may not have a Roth option, right? So if you don't want to include that, you don't have to. Good to live in the platform, but again, also another good touch point. There's advisors who are using these, just sending one of these videos out once a quarter as a touch point for all the participants, and then recycling them through.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So what's the work that goes into it? How do you build this? What's an advisor have to commit to make it happen?
So when you get the platform, when we get access to the platform, this is what it's going to look like. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to click on this button. You're going to create a new plan. Three steps: branding, plan details, and resources. You're just going to plug in the corporate name, put the logo in, pick the color palette, music options. We have 7 options in there. If there's not one that you like, you can go with no music. That's an option too.
Nice.
Build Spanish, good there. Plan details. Basically, all you're doing, taking your spec doc, and you are literally just clicking. So is it 401k, 403b? Click off. What do the entry dates look like?
So if you do, okay, so it pops up options. Okay, so you've basically put together a questionnaire that is the most common features or plan design components that you would share with a participant, is how I would look at that.
Yeah, I mean, we've basically just gone through and tried and through a lot of iterations.
You're not defining compensation and all like the real nitty gritty stuff. You're just talking what kind of plan is this? What can I get in? What's the match? All the good stuff.
Deferrals, is automatic enrollment, automatic increase. Is there a Roth?
Yep.
Does it have a match? Is it a safe harbor? Is it profit sharing? Investment options? Is it a QDIA? Target date? Is there a model portfolio? Self-directed brokerage? Investing information, all in there. Is there a loan option? Beneficiary designation?
Nice. Okay. And then what's the third step?
The loan option is an interesting one because some people are completely against putting it in there, and others.
It's I hear a lot of opinions. It's pretty funny.
A lot of opinions on that. So that's all you're doing. Matter of minutes. And then next, over the resources page, record keeper, as I mentioned, completely agnostic. Drop down, scroll through, click on the one you want. Online enrollment. Is there an access code? Plug in the access code. Here's all your plan advisor information, advisor name, put your logo in there, email address, phone, disclaimer. There's actually a way to create a My Profile in the system. So if you don't want to do this for every one of your plans, you don't have to, you can just upload it. All your company contact information here, plan documents and links here. If you want to add it, add the plan doc, add it there, add the link there, just throw in a title, URL, and then your education videos, as I mentioned, completely customizable.
So if you click customize it, will it you can pick and choose
100%,
which ones you want to show.
Select all, select none.
Can you upload your own education videos?
So we don't. So right now, the way that people are doing that is they're putting them in the meeting section.
Okay.
Or if there's a link that your firm provides, put it in the plan document link section.
Got it. Cool. Makes sense.
Yep. And then you're just going to create. It typically takes around 3 to 5 minutes to create the plan. It's all created here. If you want to add those advisor messages and upload those meetings as we discussed, you would just do that here. That's actually, we actually have a repository, so anything you upload gets saved in the system. So if there's something that you use now that you want to recycle 6 months from now, it's not getting deleted. We're trying to save you time, make your life easy as an advisor. So put the logo in, Again, bannering's all here. Title it, all your information, select if it's a message or a meeting. You don't, and then when you upload this, you don't necessarily even have to include it on every plan. You can if you'd like to, but if it's something that's specific to only a few plans, you have the ability to add it just to those plans.
Okay.
Yep.
So scroll back to the top again. So this is the separate advisor section, not the meeting section, where you could do
This will
video. You could do, what else could you do? Is it mainly just video?
This will apply to both. So this will apply to the advisor messages and the meetings. It's only going to be video here. So you're going to either record it on your phone or you're going to record it on Zoom. Take that recording, just upload it here.
Yeah.
And then if it's going to be an advisor message, you want to be able to put all the logo information in there. So
Right.
this will give you the ability to do that. If it's not an advisor message and it's just a meeting, like we mentioned, like an education meeting, right, that you're doing on Zoom for all the participants or all the employees, you wouldn't have to do any of the logo stuff. You would just go down here, click on meeting, upload it the same way, and it'll put it right into the platform. So every advisor message and every meeting gets uploaded into the system right through this page.
Perfect. So that's easy. So tell me more about what's the future hold? What's on the roadmap? What can we, I'm sure, I mean, just there's so many ideas I'm already thinking of where this could go even more advanced. What do you have in the short term and kind of maybe further out?
Yeah, sure. So a couple of things is the first is, I'm going to go back here so I can, the first is getting a lot of requests for basically two names appear at the top, right? This has become a very, so obviously for the firms where there is an MD and there's a consultant or there's a lead advisor and a relationship manager, we're going to be able to get two names up here. It's also going to be, that will also create the ability to make it more powerful for cross-selling. Cross-selling is big. It really works now with private wealth and the cross-selling. A lot of advisors are having their private wealth person put a message right up here in the advisor message section. Hi, I'm Joe, private wealth. Let me know if you have any questions. And it basically gives private wealth an entree into every participant across every plan.
Is there a call to action in part of that at all, as far as other than this, their email and phone number down below, like on the advisor message?
On the advisor message, that's it. So when we provide the second, when we allow for the second name to be saved up into the system here, it will put it here and it will also put it down here. So we'll give you a title too. So it'll be, Jake Rushton advisor. And then below that, it'll be, Joe Smith, private wealth.
Got it. Okay.
So it'll give you contact information for both. So that's on the docket next. In conjunction with that, QR code option. So still a lot of plans out there where technology is not as robust as others. Still people go into a cafeteria. So we're going to create the ability to just spit out a QR code, put it right into a flyer, right into the system. So another way for people to just go on, for participants to go highlight the QR code, look at it right on their phone. Everything in the platform is completely compatible with all different phone types. We don't have an app, but it looks clean, looks completely mobile ready.
Mobile friendly. Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Got it. Okay.
So that's the second thing. Third thing is, as I mentioned, the closed captioning. That is going to, we're going to 14 different languages that'll be in here as well. Down the road, I would say that, so there are more, Q3 events, Q4 analytics, getting a lot of questions on analytics. Right now, if you sign up for the platform, we can incorporate Google Analytics into the platform. That will give you the ability to look at everything from a very high level, traffic patterns, at plans, what videos are being clicked in the most. It's just not as clean and I guess intuitive as we would like it and as our end users would like. So we're going to be creating a proprietary analytics platform within the software that will be clean, have a very robust set of KPIs, will be clean, PDF format. If you want to just print it out, if you want to create a PDF, send it off to the plan sponsor, or take the PDF and hand it to them in person, that will be available as well. And then we'll also have a plan. We're also going to have a plan sponsor platform. So everyone is pumped about the participants, but a lot of questions we get is, what can we do for the sponsor? So we're going to create a sponsor platform that lives within the system as well, sponsor related content, things of that nature. So that I would say they're the biggest things that are on the docket right now, but we're a small company. We're pretty nimble. We always want feedback. We always want to hear what's going on, what your thoughts are. So if there's, if there's stuff that you or anyone else who uses our product wants to let us know about, we're always listening.
Yeah, I mean, this has been really interesting to me because there's just so many questions that could come up, and this could mitigate and reduce a lot of those. And that's really the idea. I think we need more in industry is like, why do we have a focus on staffing call centers when we can solve a huge number of the questions through technology? And I can see that being applied here, throwing a QR code on a flyer in the lunchroom and having all this at their fingertips will, when it is top of mind, however they want to look at it, if they want to scan it, look at it later with their spouse, like they can do that. So yeah. I can see this as a huge improvement, just to helping a lot more advisors to communicate better and get closer to the client, because it is your branding. So yeah. I by no means am incentivized to say any of this. So I'm just excited about it because it's something I've been trying to figure out on my own for a while, and it is a struggle to try and improve communication through technology, because there's the 401k terms and plan design stuff is just not something that's easily plugged into videos like this. So
yeah, I mean, we want to make this we want to be able to use this as, any piece of communication that you can think of. We want our platform to be able to deliver it.
Yeah.
And provide you with the touch points necessary to stay engaged, and differentiation, right? We want to be able to differentiate you from other firms in the industry. So one other thing that I forgot to mention on too, Jake, is really quickly, fiduciary training. That's always, we've got a lot of feedback on, fiduciary training. Some advisors are doing it, others aren't. Some firms are doing it, other firms aren't. We actually have a fiduciary training function within the platform as well. So right here, can send it off to the committee or whoever, if it's one user or the whole committee, and then pop it in here. And it's fiduciary training. We had a white collar risk attorney put this together for us, so it's fully legit. Five different components. You can track progress. Another touch point for the plan sponsor as well. You can kind of see how they're moving along. And if you want to touch base with them halfway through and say, hey, see you've kind of slid up on your training, using the ability to do that. But I just wanted to mention that because I didn't dig into it earlier.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's really helpful. That's another benefit. I mean, kind of how I'm servicing clients is I'm building out, following Josh Itzo's model of the 6 areas. And one of those is definitely participant education and participant support is what we call it. But then there's the whole fiduciary side of it, which there's a lot of noise around that term. And if you can clarify that and it's all included, I mean, this is just another great way. So where can people go to learn more? Like, do you want to reach out to you on LinkedIn? You want to email you? What's
yeah, sure. Way? So LinkedIn works really well. You can also go onto our website. We have, the ability to reach out, and ask for a demo via our website. I'm available as well. I pass my info on to you, Jake.
Yeah, I can put it down.
For the club, email, phone, whatever works. So all 3: LinkedIn, through our website, or me directly. I'm pretty much running all the time, so don't ever hesitate to reach out when or whenever.
Cool. Well, this has been awesome. I'm excited to hear some of the questions that come through it and comments as we get this out to everyone. And I really appreciate you on short notice jumping on here. And I'm excited to start testing out and seeing how participants like it and seeing where this goes. So
that's great. I really appreciate having me on. Love talking to you. Love the conversation. And always pumped to share the product. So if you want to bring me back again, happy to do it.
Cool. Sounds good. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you, Jake.
All right, a huge thank you to listening to the show today. I hope it was useful. I hope it was impactful. And most importantly, I hope you'll take some action. I hope you'll go out and do something because you listened to this today that will improve your business and improve your life. Please jump in the club if you haven't. We have it opened up on LinkedIn. Join the group because we used to be on a chat, but we outgrew. We couldn't go above 50 on the chat. We're much more than that. There are thousands of you out there. Spread the word. Let everybody know we're going to have a lot more content coming your way to help you go quicker, faster, and be the best you can be in this 401k industry. Thanks for listening. See you soon.